tiny Benny. This shit got me in my feelings. Gotta be real with it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the quality of this video, I've got a camera now and I'm just so grateful. I don't really know what to call this because I am not your Jeffree Star, I'm not your James Charles, I am not your Nikki Tutorials. I'm Melody, nice to meet you. So this video is probably just going to be me talking to you guys whilst I do my makeup. So we are just going to start doing my makeup now. Every time I do my makeup it looks exactly the same. So this is very basic because some people's everyday makeup is glam for me. It's not natural in my eyes. Mine is very natural, so I don't even use foundation. Okay, I have to tell you guys what I'm using. Wow, I'm not used to this. So this is the Body Shop Tea Tree Mattifying Lotion. I got this just before I went on holiday because I needed a new skincare routine before prom, which was great. If you watched the video then you know, but if you haven't I will link it down in the description bar. A lot of people have been telling me to do a skincare routine. I will do one soon, but right now my skin is trash, so I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah, this is kind of like part of my skincare routine. This is the Epiderm cream. I don't really know where you can buy this from. I get it from the doctors because one time, a little story for you guys, I had this thing on my arm and we thought it was ringworm. It really wasn't. I'm okay. I'm not contagious. I'm going to start with my brows. So this is the Anastasia, however you would want to call it, Brow Wiz, and I feel really beauty guru-ish with this, so I'm going to use it now. I feel like my brows are like the thing that I'm best at with my makeup. I don't know, like you would know that I'm filled in my eyebrows, but not like, wow, the first thing you see is eyebrows, you know what I mean? The makeup that I do is quite basic, so there's no need to go all out with the eyebrows because that really just defeats the point of a natural look. So when you first look at my eyebrow when I finished it, well, my eyebrows, you're going to be like, okay, you have really messed this up, and I'm going to agree with you, and then I'm going to be like, just wait for the concealer, and then you'll be like, okay, and then you'll wait for it, and then it won't be as good as you thought it would be, but it was actually not that bad, so you didn't cry. You might be a bit emotional though, so. Oh, I forgot to even say this on any of my videos. I got my nose pierced. I feel like a lot of you, well, okay, you know that I've got, you can see I've got my nose pierced. I thought everything would be okay. The lady at the shop said, well, you may get an infection. And I said, okay, but in reality I'm like, Melody, I'm not going to get an infection. I actually didn't. I didn't get an infection until I was on holiday. I thought she said, in the first week, do not go swimming. So I didn't. I am not a swimmer. I don't swim, apart from when I go on holiday. So I swam, and I did handstands, and I was chucked around in the pool by my dad. And it was a great time. So when I get out the pool, everything was okay until a few days later, boom, my nose was hurting a little bit. When I got a little bump, and I cleaned it every day, like 3 times a day. I was very regimented, I guess you could say, and I spent a lot of time making sure my nose would be fine. And then it was, when I went on the plane home and everything, my nose was not disgusting and pussy and gross. But then it came back and I have it again. So what can you do? My eyebrows are really not the same shape. I know they say they're not twins, they're sisters. And then some people say no, mine are cousins. Mine are neighbours. They live next to each other, but they have no relation whatsoever. Does that look good? No, but we're going to fix it. I am seeing a lot of people being excited for results day. Now this is really upsetting me and hurting my feelings, and I really want to cry every time someone talks about results day or even asks how I did in my GCSEs. This summer is really about me chilling and me not thinking about school at all. The college that I'm going to is giving me homework over the summer. I'm not happy about that. I don't even tell you guys what I'm using. Next up, I'm using Tom Frank. I don't really think any branded brushes really matter. Maybe with foundation brushes maybe make a difference. You do not need to buy a really expensive angle brush. It's an angle brush. They're all the same. Okay, so demonstrating, I am just drawing a line under and over my brow. Yeah. Also, I've changed the A-levels that I wanted to do. I don't actually know if I've ever talked about my A-level options on YouTube. Maybe someone's asked in the This is why I don't do makeup. I was originally doing English Lit, photography and sociology. My eyebrow doesn't look nice. Maybe I'll fill it in more. Should I fill it in more? Yes, this looks rubbish. I should at least try for you guys. I'm going to. So I went into my English Lit class. First of all, there were a lot of smart people, and I didn't know they were smart, but you could just tell they were a lot smarter than me. They probably were predicted 9s. I really could not tell you how I did in English Lit. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. So I went in and then I saw these books on the table and I was kind of expecting that. However, I am stupid. I don't think I really processed in my head that I would need to read for English Lit. Crazy, I know, but I didn't really think about it. I thought maybe 1 or 2 books. I was extremely wrong. And as soon as he was telling me about all of these things I had to read, I completely zoned out. There were girls writing notes. I didn't even pick up a pen. As soon as I heard that I had to read a 500-page book over the summer, I lost interest. I was like, okay, I am going to have to think about some other A-level I'm going to do, because there is no way in heaven or hell or Burger King that I am going to do English Lit. There's no way. Oh, I forgot to wet my blender. I'll be back. I'm back now. I don't know why I didn't think about the reading process of literature. You guys may think I'm absolutely stupid, and I agree. And then he said, if you chose literature, I'm guessing you love reading. And they were like, yeah. Oh gosh. So now I'm just going to do philosophy, which is what I kind of did in GCSEs with RS, because I did the full course. Oh, I forgot to say, this is the LA Girl concealer. You probably have guessed that by now. If it doesn't go well, then I guess that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? But I have no other interests, so it will have to work and I'll have to deal with it. So yeah, people were getting excited about results day and everything. They just want closure of what they got in their GCSEs. I mean, I do. I want to know what I got, but not really that bad. Like, I want to just know I passed. Like, because when I did my GCSEs, I was really determined to get the grades. Obviously, I tried really hard, which I'm glad I did. Like, if I had the attitude that I have right now, I probably wouldn't try that hard, which is not good. But now I finished it, there's really no point in me stressing, if that makes sense. Like, I can't change anything, but also I don't think I'm going to be upset if I don't do as well as I thought I would. As long as I pass, as long as I get the things that I wanted, and get into college, I am okay. And I mean, it depends on the person how they feel about results day, but that's just my personal opinion and my like state of mind right at this moment. Language kind of matters more now, because you have to pass language. And I think for me, language went better than literature, which is weird because I hate language and I always have, but yet I found the exam fairly easy, which is odd. Literature Wasn't hard, it was hard. It was really hard. Paper 1, what was paper 1? Macbeth and Christmas Carol. Okay, Macbeth was pretty good, I can't lie. I swept out Macbeth like you have no clue. I really could read to you the whole book with my eyes closed, and I couldn't. I don't even remember one quote now. I'm only on the first eyebrow. Goodness gracious, Elodie. I was lucky that I revised a Macbeth question that was so similar to the real one. I was like, Jesus, is that you? You have helped me here. So I kind of just breezed through that question. Christmas Carol. If you did that exam, you know that that question was absolute rubbish. Let me explain. We've all watched the movie, haven't we? You know, Scrooge, and he gets visited by 3 ghosts. The last one being death, and he doesn't talk or have, I mean, he has significance, but not as much as the other ones because he doesn't say anything. If you know some quotes and you've watched some movies and you've read some books, you're A-okay. That's a lie. If anyone tells you that, I mean, I just told you that, I'm lying. I really am blatantly lying to your face. Why was Scrooge afraid of the 3rd ghost? So I kind of said, oh well, he's covered and he doesn't talk, and obviously Scrooge's afraid of his future, and when he shows him his own grave. I mean, I guess you could say the spirit represents how Scrooge's future is dark and misery and hell-like. I don't know. But that's all really as far as you can go. Anyone, if you wrote any more than that, please message me. Not that it would help me now, but I would just like to know. This is going to drip everywhere. I would just like to know your opinions. Then the second exam, that was a poetry and oh gosh, the unseen. Oh gosh. Right, let's talk about that then, shall we? Lord of the Flies. Brilliant, I thought. Smashing piece of work. Wow. Poetry was okay. I mean, I could have done better, but it was as good as I could do in the time that I had. Timing is not my strong point. Actually, it's my weakest. Actually, I really wish I had extra time for some sort of reason, apart from the fact that I write dreadfully slow. I ran out of time. So much time. I didn't do that scene. I never revised for it. I never showed any interest into it. But it was worth a lot of marks. That was just dreadful. Like, I wrote something about that Maya Angelou poem, and I was like, you know what, why am I even trying? So I just went back and then worked on my poetry question until they said time's up, because I'm really just going to be wasting time here. I wanted an 8 in English, and I think I said it in one of my study with me's before. I did. TB Elodie, what were you doing? I really don't know. I mean, I revised well. I wish I revised more than I did, but there's only so much a human can do. And my human, me, like my soul has a body. This body didn't want to do more. So I'm not going to get mad at it because it really was a bit tired. So what can I do? As long as I've passed, it doesn't matter now. Now I'm thinking about it because I'm not doing A level in it. I could fail it. However, I don't want to fail it because I did try hard. So there's pros and cons to this whole process. Language was good. I thought both exams were brilliant, in my opinion. I used to do terribly on language. Not terribly. I always thought I did terrible, and then I got 7s. I'm just good in it. And I'm putting concealer under my eyes. I don't like to put loads because I don't wear foundation, so it will look weird, you know? And because I use this weird kind of beauty blender, kind of not, it kind of sucks up all of the product anyway, so I get like a really sheen look, you know? Overall, I think I would predict myself in English Lit a 7. I think I was 7 worthy. A low 7, possibly a high 6, but I would be sad if I got a 6 because my target grade is a 7. I think in my head when I was doing the exam, this is definitely like 5 or 6. But thinking back to it, I think I did better than I thought I did. Maths, sometimes trash, sometimes okay. RS, I didn't do the first exam because I was ill. Oh my gosh, no, shouldn't do the first exam. I don't know, gosh, it's just GCSE, guys. calm down, it's going to be okay. So basically I just get the grade that I did the exam on. People are going to think I'm really rude for like missing the exam. I don't really care though, lol. I was literally on my way to the school to take my exam. Basically they explained if I didn't go into the exam I would get more recognition for the fact that I was ill than if I did take the exam and I did badly because of my illness. So, not trying to like be selfish or anything, but Ellie is only really thinking about herself here, so she might as well just miss the exam. So that's what I did. What can I do? I'm not trying to please anyone else. Eyebrow gel. I'm using the Brow This Way by Rimmel London. Graphics. Wow, that went smashing. I never spoke about graphics on my channel, and I'm glad I never, because it was a horrible year. I hated every second of it. There were some bad parts about history, but I got a 6. I'm pretty sure I got a 6. I've never gotten a 6 in the exam. I always got a 5. Last time I got a 4. That's a long story. I didn't answer anything. I missed out a whole booklet. Let's not talk about that. We're in the future now. Did I answer every question? Yeah, I did. Wow, Elodie, you are amazing. Oh. So, the mascara I'm using is the Lash Sensational by Maybelline New York. Science, oh gosh. I did dreadful actually. I could say everything was okay. I did dreadful. Like, I say things were okay because I answered about 5 questions. I'm aiming for a 4, and that was what I was aiming for from the start, just because I'm not that way inclined and I really didn't revise that much. Thank God for Seneca, goodness gracious, because if Seneca didn't exist I really would have not even revised. I did not look at my revision guide for the whole second part of year 11. So we can only hope that I pass, but if I didn't, I think I've still got 5 GCSEs, so that's okay. People will be thinking, like, if you haven't watched my study with me, you're probably like, oh, she doesn't care about school. I really do, but there's only a certain amount that I could really do, because I cared about English Lit and History and RS, those 3, way more than any other subject. So there's no point in being an all-rounder when I'm not an all-rounder. Like, if I was an all-rounder, I would be an all-rounder and I'd revise everything the same. However, I'm not, and I'm good at those 3 subjects more than any others. So I just put my priorities onto them. You may have done different. By the way, my hair looks dreadful right now. I'm looking at myself and I really have forgotten to explain. I am dyeing my hair like literally right after I filmed this video. I am not going anything dramatic, don't get too excited. I am just dyeing my hair lighter because my hair is grown out. This whole video has really been talking about GCSEs in school, but that's kind of really all I've got to talk about. My holiday was good. This camera is new and I honestly don't know how to work it. So it stopped recording many times in this video. I only really added highlight after. So I used the Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Peach Light. Not really sure I'm telling you because you probably don't care. And then I used Primark lip gloss, which Liv gave to me. So this is the final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really only talked about GCSEs. I am doing more interesting stuff. I have a lot of stuff planned for this summer. I'm going to be very dedicated in my YouTube. I know I am usually not, but I have the time, so why not spend it like making content for you guys? So that's what I'm going to do. I will see you guys in the next video. So yeah, peace. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never